Hello again and welcome to the continuation of the Starting Over series on Halls of Torment. I deleted my save file to show the game from scratch with the new balance patch. Today we are going to be doing the Archer. Now the Archer is very strong and was probably one of the strongest classes before the rebalance. Since I have not yet played the Archer on this save file, I'm not going to have a lot of the relatively overpowered aspects of this class, which would be the Mark. So the damage is 50, relatively low compared to, say, the Swordsman, who does 100. But the crit chance is really high and the crit bonus is very good. Attack speed is pretty good, and projectiles of 3 means that you can hit quite a few enemies. And force allows it to pierce through 3 enemies. You get movement speed, base damage, piercing, and crit chance as you level up. This character is very oriented towards crit and just staying safe, I guess. So we head over here. I already have a loadout for us. Since we have low base damage of 50, this 15 base damage is going to be pretty good, 30%. We only have movement speed or defense boots, so I'm going to go with the defense boots. We have attack speed or pickup range. I'm going to go with the attack speed. Base health and defense versus this other one, which is block strength. I'm going to go for the defense. Then we're going to be using the Gatherer's Charm today to hopefully find some ingredients. So I'm going to be doing the base level here, Haunted Caverns. I could do Forgotten Viaduct, but I think we would just end up resetting. So I'm going to do the Haunted Caverns. We're going to try to get some ingredients. Now the amulet I'm wearing gives us 10% movement speed. And also shows us where the ingredients are. So if you look at the top left, it has little compass arrow looking things. I'm going to first head down towards the scroll. We don't yet have a tome on any level. We don't get to start with anything. As you can see, these crits are incredibly powerful here. And just to pause real quick, let's look at our quest. So we do have 21% experience gain right now. Let's see here. Interestingly, this looks like she is medium for parry and medium for health. This little arrow, I believe, means kind of average or mediocre. We're going to go for some crit chance. I do have 1 potion for a reroll. For those of you that might be following other series that I'm doing right now, I am finalizing some information gathering and debating on some changes here for the next Salt and Sanctuary patch for the enhanced mode. As when I started recording that, I felt like I didn't quite have all the information available, and the videos are meant to be somewhat exhaustive. Very detailed. But that is coming. It will be soon. Let's go with the attack speed here. Got an achievement for movement speed there. That was interesting. Do want some of these early pickups here because we don't have a whole lot of levels. Another series I'm working on is the Secrets of Grindia, or Secrets of Grindia run. It started as a hard mode run. They added an extra difficulty as expert, and it automatically upgrades to expert. So we'll see if it gives me the achievement for that. Developers say it should. But let's just say that expert is incredibly difficult. And so it is taking some time to film the final boss fights of that. I just have one boss fight left. Then I will be moving on to probably some Diablo again, as well as working on some game reviews probably here in the near future as well. So hopefully that interests you outside of just Halls of Torment. I'm going to go with the crit bonus here. As for this class, we are doing relatively good crits here. We're moving slowly but surely towards the tome, or the scroll, I should say. A tome gives you a choice, the scroll gives you 3 random choices. So I do actually really enjoy Phantom Eels on the Archer. It is not the greatest sometimes because it's kind of mid-range. You can see it, the arrows go way far out there, but the bolts don't go quite as far. But it does allow you to isolate bosses a little bit. Don't want that. Let's re-roll. Go attack speed there. But the Archer already has good multi-strike, good crits, things like that. And the Phantom Eels love attack speed, multi-strike, crits, all of that quite heavily. Get some more range bonus going on here. Kill things from farther away. I do prefer my global damage over specific bonuses sometimes. Definitely in the early game, get those bonuses to work on everything a little bit. And if we had the Oblivion Potion, we might want to banish this Thick Hide, or this movement speed, or something. Let's go for more attack speed. I'm not very good at min-maxing my potions when I do have all of them available. But a lot of people will banish their defensive stats, or the pickup stats. I want that one. Which reduces your pool. So you've got a pool pick 4 kind of situation, and your current character level, as well as... I'm actually going to take that range. We're not getting a lot of these gems right now. Got to bob and weave through the enemies. Oh, we didn't get hit for 3 minutes. Good stuff. There we go. So, as a note, the right side of each of these traits has a level to it, and so that's the level at which it can appear. So as you level up, your pool gets larger, and as you acquire and unlock things, your pool also gets larger. So which one of these do I want is the real question. That's a hard choice. I like this one, though. all the crit damage. And some regular damage to go with it. So there are a couple different ways to reduce your pool of traits. Not picking up the scrolls will reduce your traits because you won't have traits for those abilities. So you can prevent picking up certain things early on. Let's go some area here. You can also banish them later when you have the banishment potions. And one of the things I like to do is if I see a level 5 of something, we'll do ring blades. Why not? Not my favorite, but it's okay. You do want to move kind of horizontal to enemies so that it flings through them. Ring blades, that is. There we go. This will probably be good for later. That would be good to put in the well. I don't know that that's going to be super good, so I'm just going to take the helmet for now. So we picked up ring blades, now we have a ring blade trait. Which means our pool is now a little bit more diluted. So that is one of the ways that you can avoid, so to say, polluting your pool early on, is just not picking up any or many of these scrolls. Right now, I don't really care. I don't have a lot of things unlocked, and every little bit kind of helps. And I don't have banishment potions, and I'm not in agony. Agony being the difficulty jump system. So it's definitely more of a min-max thing. For maybe later. It is good to, if you're going to re-roll something, it's good to banish something as well. Because you don't want pickup range, for example. You want to banish the pickup range and then re-roll in the same turn, potentially, because you're going to get re-rolls without that in the pool. But especially on the archer, banishing health, banishing block, banishing defense. If you can get your range and movement speed up, or just have damage high enough, you won't get hit too much. Even in agony mode. And banishment from the potion means that it won't show up ever again. It's gone for good. So there's no rank 2, there's no rank 3, there's no rank 4, etc. And I finally got hit. That's sad. But I think that's my first damage of the run. Pretty sure. I want the multi-strike, or I don't want the multi-strike, I'd rather have the other thing. We'll do blade size. So one of the best helmets in the game would be Mask of Madness. I've used it a lot in my old videos, and they have changed it a bit. But I will say that if you want an easier time, unlock that early. You have to survive with the Warlock, I think, for like 28 minutes without using your main hand weapon. No, that's a different one. Mask of Madness is you have to take something like 15,000 damage or something while playing as the Warlock, and then you get the Mask of Madness. There is another achievement for the Warlock not using his main hand weapon for 28 minutes, though. And that one was bugged forever. So it took me probably like 8 tries to, I think, get that one to work. I'm pretty sure it's fixed now, though. Now, there's a couple different tips and tricks here. I can't tell you what's perfectly most optimal, but I can tell you what I enjoy. And one of the things I enjoy is typically not taking more than about 3 abilities. This allows you to not dilute your pool with a ton of ability traits, but it also means that you can upgrade all your abilities relatively safely. To upgrade your abilities, you need them to be level 3 or level 6. To have their secondary upgrades, the scroll upgrades, to show up. So Puncture would be good here. I don't have a reroll. I did do a gold farming video. It's still sort of true, mostly true. What it is you basically banish as much as you can. You don't take any upgrades that you need. Maybe like 1 or 2 of these and then like upgrade them. And by doing that, you have as few traits as possible. And if you have no traits in the pool when you... Oh, there we go. If you have no traits in the pool when you level up, you get the option of like 50 or 100 healing versus kind of a similar value, like 50 or 100 gold. And so it's just a weird way, but it is a functional way to randomly kind of farm gold. Now, is it more efficient than farming actual objectives, actual achievements? I don't know. I would say achievements are probably always going to be worth more. Especially early game achievements. But you'll notice I only have 352 gold this run. And there is a gold find blessing. So we got an achievement there. Attack speed and movement speed. Let's keep going. And each level does go up in difficulty. So even if you're not adding extra difficulty by unlocking Agony mode, each level does go up in difficulty. So I find the first level to be extremely easy compared to, say, like the last level. And there's been some rebalancing on some of the experience and enemies and stuff like that, but... You know... But either way, you know, doing your achievements gets you more experience. Doing achievements gets you gold and unlocks. But unlocks also, you know, dilute your pool for items or for abilities. There's another one you can banish, the metabolism. Long Finger is another good one to banish. I typically take 1 or 2 points into Long Fingers and then banish it, because I like that extra range. Crit enemies 5,000 times. We don't have a lot of damage on our character. We do have quite a bit, but not a lot. So I'm not concerned about, like, diminishing returns at the moment. And we also have this base damage ring that helps basically everything. crit bonuses. So if we go to our traits here, we'll see that the damage on this is 40. And getting an extra 15 is just amazing. Not quite 50%, but still really good. Damage down here, 100. So not as good. But when you have all these other percentage multipliers, well, that 15's turning to 30 anyway. So we're getting, you know, from 115 to 230. Pretty good. I want to see what we just unlocked, though. We did the Archer. We unlocked the Elven Slippers. And Transfixion. Okay, so Transfixion and probably Lightning Storm are probably my two favorite starting abilities. I think they kind of get you going really quick. To kind of snowball your experience, they get those early kills in. Transfixion also applies Fragile, or Affliction, or both, which increases damage that enemies take. Which means that if we pick up another scroll, we might actually be able to get Transfixion, and I would really enjoy that for this build. Now, Transfixion is magical and not physical, but it is still very good. It's basically like an extra set of arrows on the Archer, which I just think is good. We have an extremely high crit chance. What is this? Almost 60%. Now, they've redone crit. Not sure how much I agree with it. It's not a bad change per se. It definitely solves problems. But if you get your Archer quest, where you, I think you have to do Agony 3 with each class to get their mark. You have to beat Agony 3. Taking some damage there, not intending to. The Archer's mark is still extremely strong. I believe it gives either 15 or 20% base crit chance. And all the traits have been changed from base crit chance to crit chance percentage. So with that, you can make any character able to crit really, really well. Well, I like that way better than the helmet I'm wearing. Even more movement speed. Let's go. Gotta go fast. Gotta go as fast as possible. Go for more crit bonus. Probably want to start heading over to these long finger gloves, these pickup gloves on the right. We are starting to hit a point where our projectiles are not piercing through all of the enemies, depending on our angle. There's a certain point where we want to start taking something like Force. Oh, that guy spawned like right on top of me. That's cheating. These shielded guys are pretty cool. They drop their shield at half health. They have a really high block chance, but then they die. You can kind of respawn as the other kind of skeleton, the simpler skeleton. Block is based on damage dealt, so the more damage you deal, the more likely you are to deal damage. I've mentioned it in other videos, but I just really enjoy the block mechanic in this game, because it does scale based on the damage dealt. So if I were to crit, then the block is significantly less percentage chance to actually go through. But if I were not to crit, then the block has a much higher possibility, because I'm just doing less damage overall. That's in comparison to, say, like Diablo 2 or Diablo 1, where blocks are not ratioed against anything other than just block chance. So if you have a 75% block chance, that's for any kind of hit that can be blocked. So here it's at least ratioed down for heavier hits. Still a percentage chance. It's still random. This guy likes to teleport right in my face. Gonna do it again. Oh, he didn't. Oh, there he is. He did do it again. He just teleported somewhere else first. Okay, so I like Phantom Split. Increases base damage as well. Good stuff. Some damage bonus, or attack speed bonus there. I missed the pickup gloves, though. I was wandering too far to the right. We'll do more range on those. There's some force. There we go. We have a tier, a level 5 here. So by taking this, we remove it from the pool. So that's a way to help your choices. This doesn't necessarily remove it from the pool, though. Because that's an ability. Abilities go up to, like, 10. And some things only go to 3. So keep an eye out for what things go to 3, what things go to 5, what things go to 10. There's another 5, Vanguard 5, range. And it's not always the most efficient to take those, but if you are going to take them soon, it might as well take them now to give your other things a chance to show up sooner. We're definitely coming down to the point where we don't have as many basic traits anymore. Getting a lot of them to level 5 and then effectively deleting them. These miniature demon dog things are really small. Let's see here. Can we get out of this mosh pit? The next spawn should help us. It'll probably be skeletons again. And maybe a boss. There's probably the Lich boss coming up. We dealt some damage with ring blades, which means that we unlocked something for ring blades. I would prefer the other one, but I don't know. Another efficiency trick in this game is we picked up some items here. You can only turn in, on average, 1, maybe 2 items per run. So if you're struggling specifically, it's good to turn in a lot of items. I'll just take that because it's kind of the best one there. That way you just are constantly accumulating more meta progression by collecting more items. Of course, you need the gold to unlock them, but some of these early items are really cheap, comparatively. Killed a lot of enemies this run, apparently. We're getting some defense. We are taking a few hits here. Not that it really matters. I'm just kind of trying to stay close to this guy so the needles focus him or pass through him. Okay. Ruby Circlet, if you really like the Exterminator or the fire abilities, take that early. Necromancer's Clutch. Very good. Summons are just very good in this game. Especially if you just want summons. The spike boots can be really cool, especially on someone like the Archer. So when you're hit, you drop spikes that deal damage and stun enemies, which allows you to potentially run away. In this case, I'm probably going to claim the hood. So Necromancer's Clutch. Missing a letter in there. Necromancer's Clutch is what I'm going to be taking. So you'll see that I have little kind of summons here. They'll slowly spawn based on a little timer here. Force increases their duration, allowing you to hit the full amount of summons. So you need both force and summons spawn value or something like that. So we started with like 21% experience. We're already at 24%. We got a skeleton there. He just died. So we're getting a lot of crit bonuses, which means that in the future we'll have the opportunity to take more crit-related traits. So I just picked up a flower, or plant of some kind. Little green enemies will pop up and kill them, and you're good. No big deal. So let's, we've got 5 minutes left. Let's go hunt down some of these plants. You can see that I have 4 skeletons out now. Oh, I'll take that one. Been waiting on that one. You can also see Necromancer's Clutch is doing 81,000 damage. And summons like that can really snowball you. When you have a lot of stuff in the blessings on the shrine, you can just kind of start a run with like rats or skeletons or imps, and kind of helps snowball the early game just by giving you some extra stuff. You can run the Hound for some early game stuff. Whereas in like crit damage or crit chance, it's going to scale better in the late game. I'll just do damage there. You have your multiple different effects going against each other. Attack speed, damage, critical strike, multi-strike, everything. Okay, we'll move down this way. Tons of attack speed. I play most of my games on Steam. I know the Steam Summer Sale is going on. I bought one game on it that I'll probably review. Maybe I'll show off some gameplay. We'll see. But, if you have some games that you feel are hidden gems, share them in the comments. I'll look at them, see if they're my forte, and, maybe give them a review. Play them a little bit. There's also a small Discord community. Most of it is from back in the Salt and Sanctuary days. Desalinated and the enhanced mode and stuff like that. So it's not too big yet. But it is linked on the YouTube profile. You can share some feedback in there, or, you know, again, games that you might want me to play or review. Okay, there should be something straight down this way. Getting a lot of level ups from this glove thing. Maybe we can take some movement speed, do this a little faster. $1.5 million damage with ring blades. I find ring blades damage and effect to be extremely invisible. Oh. Did I miss it? Must be just like over here somewhere. There we go. We're finally a level high enough to get this. Another way you can thin out your pool is taking lower level stuff out of the pool, specifically by either picking it or banishing it, so that the higher level stuff shows up relatively quickly when you are hitting those levels. Where is it? I don't see it. It's telling me it's like right here. Just walking through enemies now. It's okay, we've got thick hide. There it is. Come with me, boss, towards the resource I'm gathering. I don't actually care about you. So we struggled with the warrior to dodge these. With the archer's movement speed, we are having a heyday dodging around a lot of this. I don't remember what this does. Either way, we're just going to keep going this way. We knocked the boss off their mount, and now they're going to chase after us with their spear or whatever. Some shock waves going on there. Oh, I walked past it. Where is it? Oh, there it is. So we are in fact sturdy enough to deal with most of what the regular enemies in this area can do up until Agony at this point. Even this boss is not doing much to us. It's the first time we've beaten that boss, apparently. Defeat the Lord of Pain. Let's go up to the bucket. So it used to be when you killed the boss, the run would just end. But now you can actually not go through. There's a portal, and you can just choose not to go through it, which means that we can do some different things here. I'm going to go for the hood. It'll be our first helmet. So we got some pretty good levels there, 73. And that's primarily because of the experience gain from all the different achievements. So again, if you're struggling, get some achievements, get some gold, do those basic meta runs. Oh, we got another achievement for all the different gold we got there. Let's see here. Swift as an arrow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We got 8 achievements right there. Now the Wind Crown, very, very good for killing lots of enemies. Whereas in... let's see here. Transfixion, good for just kind of anything. Blessing of attack speed. So... Piercing Wind, I think that's a critical. And Hunting Gloves, I think is multi-strike. We unlocked quite a bit of stuff, and we probably unlocked a bunch of other stuff elsewhere. In the milestones and such. There we go. Gold is now brewed in barrels. So getting early amounts of gold will trigger more gold. The rich just get richer. Well, that is it for this episode. Next episode, we will probably jump to the one class we have not done on this restart, which would be the Shield Maiden. And if we are lucky, we might be able to unlock... Let's see here. Is there another... Beat the Frost Knight, Frozen Depths. Looking to see if there's another class within any of these unlocks here. Don't see any more classes currently available here. There's Mask Madness. You have to do take 15,000 damage. Bloodcatcher is a good item. It heals you. It looks like the Warlock needs some love here. These are some really locked up stuff. You need to use the golem to get anywhere, or you need to do this. So, if we come to a point where we are locked out of the next class to do an episode, I will probably just do that to unlock the next class. So there will be, not next episode, but maybe after the next episode, we might have some skips again. I might just go back to my original save file as well for any future episodes after, like, say, the Shield Maiden or whatnot. Show what they can do on Agony 5 again. Anyway. But, yeah, I'll be doing more Diablo 2 as well in the future, and maybe Assault and Sanctuary run, even. Maybe show off the randomizer or show off enhanced mode, something like that. Well, if you've made it this far, please like and subscribe. And hope this made your day a little bit better. And keep on gaming.